I'm so excited to be speaking with you. I will be your MC. My name is Jade Watts. I am the office coordinator for the Personal Counsel Department here at Westchester Community College. My pronouns are they, them. I am a member of the LGBTQIA task force and a WCC alumni. And again, it's absolutely my pleasure to be able to be your MC tonight, to be able to host this very special occasion with you very special people. And so a little background into Lavender Graduation. Lavender Graduation is a ceremony that honors the achievements of individuals graduating from Westchester Community College who identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and so much more. While this reception is typically in person, we are excited to still provide the safe space to honor those graduating and those graduated students, not only for their scholastic achievements, but for their successes accomplished, challenges faced, and obstacles overcome while navigating their unique time at WCC as a member of the LGBTQIA+ community. We are privileged to be joined by so many of you, from graduates of this year to faculty and staff, to administrators, to alumni. As a queer person, I recognize the importance of having a space like this and the necessity of having safe spaces for us to come together. And as a member of the LGBTQIA task force, I am honored again to be creating this space with you folks and be holding this really lovely ceremony. Along with our graduates, the LGBTQIA+ task force will also be honoring members of the WCC community with an award for excellence in LGBTQIA+ advocacy. We'll be recognizing folks who have been actively engaged in enhancing the WCC LGBTQIA experience and celebrating the accomplishments and progress that they have achieved throughout the year. So needless to say, we're going to be having a spectacular time tonight with all that mouthful. At the end, we are going to be taking a group photo. At that point, we'll be turning off the recording. We are currently recording now, as a reminder again. And again, reminder, we are not going to be sharing, like if someone is not speaking, they will not be in the recording. So please feel free to engage how you wish. The chat will not be recorded, so please feel free to engage as you wish. And you can change your name to have your pronouns or your preferred name in your name. And so in a moment, we will be hearing from an involved WCC alumni, a familiar face, the Director of Student Involvement, and the Director of Alumni Engagement. But first, we'll be sharing a message from our wonderful college president of celebration, congratulations, and triumph, Dr. Belinda Miles. If you want to share that message, Dana, go ahead.
Good evening, members of the college community, friends and family, Viking supporters, and especially the stellar students who are soon to become part of the thousands of students who were successful alumni from WCC. I'm Dr. Belinda Miles, the president of Westchester Community College, and it's truly my pleasure to welcome you to this evening's Lavender Graduation event. The first Lavender Graduation ceremony took place in 1995 at the University of Michigan, and we're proud to join hundreds of colleges and universities nationwide in honoring the achievements of our LGBTQIA+ and ally community. You are groundbreakers, your scholars and your leaders. Your resilience, bravery, grace, and commitment forge a brilliant path for those who will follow in your footsteps. You are valued members of our college community, and you've helped us to demonstrate our commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion, and create spaces that are safe to learn, explore, and develop new thoughts and ideas and opinions. And while our work continues, we're particularly proud of our 2021 Campus Pride Index overall score of 4 out of 5 stars. And for our guests, the Campus Pride Index is a national assessment tool assisting campuses in ensuring and improving safety and campus climate for people who are LGBTQIA+. You've helped us to make significant improvements in enhancing the student experience at Westchester Community College and creating an environment where all voices are heard and all members are valued and respected. Your pathway to achievement may not have always been easy, And you may have faced some challenges and obstacles that you felt were at times insurmountable, but you never lost sight of what you wanted for yourself and who you wanted to be. And here you are, about to complete your studies at Westchester Community College and either transfer to a four-year institution or take your place in the workforce. Whatever path you choose to forge, we're proud of you, we support you, and we're here for you. You embody the true spirit of what it means to be Viking strong. I leave you now with a quote from Linda K. Carroll, Associate Professor of English at Montana State University. Sometimes we talk as though professors are the only mentors in the classroom, as if they're the only ones providing a sense of curiosity or solidarity or hope for our students. Working with GLBTQ students, my past becomes present and possibilities that didn't exist in my teens, my 20s, my 30s come to me now and remind the girl I was that her future holds new options of being. They recreate me and us, and we are all better for it. Congratulations to each of you. We wish you every success and look forward to hearing about all that you will achieve. Congratulations.
Let's put our hands together, our virtual hands, our real hands, for that wonderful message from our president, Dr. Miles. I was really touched by that. And as we continue with our program, there's someone else who's going to share some wonderful, wonderful words with us. So let me introduce our next speaker. This person is a passionate student leader and a valuable member to the WCC community. So please, again, put your hands together for the SGA President, Gianna Jimenez.
Thank you, Jade, for that introduction. Good evening, graduates of the class of 2021, fellow students, faculty, staff, and administrators, and all the loved ones on this call. My name is Gianna Jimenez, and I am the 2020-2021 Student Government Association President. Today, I want to tell you a story about courage. Stay with me for a bit. Let's hop on a four-wheeler, also known as a quad or an ATV, and go along for a ride. On this dirt track, you will encounter many things: uphill battles, downhill cruises, places where you have to pump the brakes because going any faster will turn ugly very quickly, places where you simply have to stop just to breathe and look at the view, and places where things seem to be going just absolutely right. You will come across fallen branches, maybe a stray deer or two, natural potholes, curves, and anything in between. I've come to the conclusion that my higher education journey has been quite like getting on a four-wheeler on a bumpy course for the first time. You don't know exactly what to expect, but you definitely know it won't all be swift sailing. I encountered my first obstacle on the road the first week I walked through the WCC doors. It was a challenge in my personal life that, looking back on now, I didn't think I'd be able to overcome it, but I did. Because that's the thing about uphill battles. At one point or another, the hill has to peak and you start cruising down. Westchester Community College has granted me with many things, but one of the most important being courage. I remember a young 18-year-old Gianna who was dying to live her truth out loud, and she was never courageous enough to do so. I constantly spent my life wearing a mask of who I thought everyone else wanted me to be. Sorry. Coming back to college was something that I struggled with. I was out of the classroom for years, and I didn't think I'd be able to keep up. But I did, because if there's one thing I excel at, it's never backing down from a challenge, no matter how hard it might seem. Last year, I did one of the most courageous things I've ever done. I came out. And if you knew anything about my upbringing, my background, or the family and the culture that I grew up around, you'd think I was absolutely out of my mind for doing so. But like I said, at one point the hill has to peak and the curves have to become straight again. Not in my case, of course, but you understand. I started enjoying the view, and what a wonderful journey it has been. To live your life whilst being unapologetically you is the most rewarding act of courage you could bestow upon yourself. Today, I encourage you to keep living your truths, to not back down from the challenges, regardless of how impossible it may seem, because I promise you, the views from the top are absolutely worth it. I want to thank you all for being here, and to the LGBTQIA+ task force for allowing us this space to celebrate who we are, not just today, but each and every day. From WCC to the world, thank you, and I will pass over the virtual mic back to Jade.
I just want to say thank you so much for sharing that story with us, Gianna. I want to ditto echo what Adam put in the chat. We are so proud of you, and you are such an inspiration, a total champion. And thank you so much for being with us this evening. Let's put our hands together for Gianna once again. Please give it up for Gianna. Fantastic. All right. It's hard to follow that, but I'll try. On to our next section of the program, which will be our awards for excellence in LGBTQIA advocacy. So this award was created to recognize and honor students, administrators, and faculty and staff, not only for how they actively enhance the WCC LGBTQIA+ community and experience, but for who they are and celebrate the accomplishments and progress they have achieved throughout the year. We received several nominations for recipients this year and are happy to be able to celebrate them with you tonight. To announce our student award recipient for this year, please help me welcome the Director of Student Involvement, Tiago Machado.
Hello, thank you, Jade. I appreciate the opportunity to be here. Our first award recipient tonight is a familiar face around our virtual campus. As an incredibly involved student leader, they have demonstrated their passion for student advocacy through participation in various committees and task forces. This student can be described as a motivated advocate for equity for all students and has been engaged specifically in work to further destigmatize mental health and promote a community of racial equity on campus. With great enthusiasm, the student was the first to serve on WCC's mental health task force and was an integral part in spearheading the work of the Student Input Subcommittee, an arm of the Mental Health Task Force, charged with elevating the student voice and experience in mental health programs and policies on campus. They have demonstrated their dedication to LGBTQIA+ students by including intersectional voices in discussion. And among all this, they've even been known to host an occasional GLOW event. Throughout their campus career, the student has held various officer positions in their Tier 1 organizations, including their current role as president of the Student Government Association. Needless to say, our campus community will be forever impacted by their work and spirit. Please join me in congratulating Gianna Jimenez as our student recipient of the Award for Excellence in LGBTQIA Advocacy. Congratulations, Gianna.
Oh, there it is, a surprise. Next up, Dana will be announcing our Staff and Faculty and Administrator Award.
Congrats, Gianna. I'm already crying. I'm just gonna keep going. Our next recipient's drive to advocate for LGBTQIA+ student community began several years ago, right at the moment they arrived on campus. Thanks to this individual, WCC has all-inclusive single-stall restrooms for community use in every building on campus. To create awareness and support for LGBTQIA+ individuals, this person realized they needed to go outside of the community and develop WCC's first ever LGBTQIA+ ally training program. They have also been serving as a GLOW advisor for many years and helped establish GLOW as one of the largest and most active clubs on campus. One nominator said, "He lives his life out loud and unabashedly shows his pride for being a member of the community. As an out and proud gay man, he earnestly celebrates who he is and openly shares his triumphs and challenges related to his identity. Not only has this individual contributed to all things LGBTQIA+ on campus, but he even founded this very task force holding this event today. Please join me in congratulating Tiago Machado as the 2021 Award for Excellence in LGBTQIA+ Advocacy recipient. Without you, Tiago, celebrations like today would not be possible. Thank you.
Congratulations to both of our recipients. I cannot think of folks who are more deserving of this award this year. And yes, thank you so much for being with us. That concludes our, oops, could you try again? I will not try again, Siri, sorry. That completes our awards for tonight. Let's give it up one more time for our award recipients. You guys are gonna make me cry. Okay, next up is a very special keynote speaker. As a student, this person was actively involved in the LGBTQIA+ community on campus and held officer positions in GLOW, and has triumphed as an entrepreneur and continued advocate for Black and queer lives as an alumni, as a WCC alumni. Given their continued achievement in modeling of possibility for our students, the LGBTQIA task force felt that asking this person to share their journey upon completing at WCC, along with words of wisdom for graduating students, would be an amazing addition to the ceremony. Please give a warm welcome to Gigi Hayward.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much, Jade, for the great introduction. It is an honor to be a speaker at this year's Lavender Graduation ceremony. So first of all, hello and congratulations to the class of 2021. It is amazing to share this virtual space with you. My name is Gigi Hayward, but I also go by Gigi. I graduated WCC in 2017. Wow, how time flies. That literally seems like yesterday. I can still, I miss it. And continued my education at SUNY New Paltz pursuing a business degree. Going away to a 4-year was very cool, but I can honestly say nothing has compared to my time at WCC. I learned so much in my time there, beyond what I could have learned in a classroom. From being a part of the dance team and NAMI, joining the GLOW e-board, to being a part of the first year of the LGBTQIA+ task force. The lessons are too many to keep track of. To sum it up, my time at WCC taught me that the tools to be successful are within. It just takes time, the right people, and the right environment. The thing about learning is that you don't always know what's happening. Sure, they say you learn something new every day, but it's sometimes hard to grasp what those things are. I honestly can't even tell you a third of the classes, maybe even, I can't even tell you 2, but I can tell you what snuck its way in. 1, if you think you can't do something, but you really want to, do it anyway, but ask for help. Having help is even better than doing it yourself. I wasn't sure if I could handle home life, classes, 2 executive boards, and the clubs I was in. The key was to have a team in all those areas and remember, you're not alone. 2, say yes to things that scare you. Say yes even though you don't want to. Your wildest dreams only sound wild because they haven't come true yet. 3, stay true to what works for you and makes you happy. Success can be defined in many ways. It's up to you to figure out what that looks like. Personally, for me, in high school, they really pushed, going to college, going straight to a 4-year, and pretty much by the time you graduate, you should know what you want to do for the rest of your life and be set up and making money and living out in the real world. And that wasn't my path. I wasn't ready yet. So I went to WCC and little did I know that that place would change me for the better. I grew in ways that I didn't even know I needed to, but I'm so glad that they happened. I hope these don't sound like something out of a cheesy book that you'd find laying on your coffee table or something. Lessons like these are actually the things that I have taken with me out of WCC and into the world. With the things I learned at WCC, I've been able to do some really cool things. I started a clothing line to raise money to support the Black Lives Matter movement. It was actually like a pretty cool thing. I thought that I wanted to do something to help with everything that's going on, but I knew I didn't have the money to support. I had been to rallies and made my fair share of posters and my fair share of Instagram posts, but I didn't feel like I was doing enough. So I thought, what do I have that I can offer? I have creative talent. I'm good at marketing. That's what I went to school for. And I have the drive. So I spent like 3 days and I just was on the computer making designs and built a whole website and an Instagram. And I just put it out there. I said, if it's meant to be, it'll be. People will buy stuff and support. And if not, I tried anyway. And that's all that matters. And it worked. I was able to raise almost $1,000, which is $1,000 more than I had. And it helped me to support the people that were really doing the groundwork and that really needed the money to help. So that was pretty cool. I've also graduated with honors from SUNY New Paltz, and happily I finally get to walk in like 2 or 3 weeks. So that's pretty cool. And I'm not done yet. I really honestly cannot wait to hear the amazing things all of you students will accomplish in the years to come. I wish you love, happiness, success, and most of all, to be your best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gigi. Let's put our hands together for Gigi once again. This is truly a really special evening. I'm so really honored and grateful for being with you all this I want to say night, but the sun's out, so evening. All right, just moving right on to our last, but certainly not least, speaker of the evening. Please, let's welcome our Director of Alumni Engagement, Michelle Schleibaum.
Thank you, Jade. It's hard to follow all you guys, so I'm going to do my best. But, you know, as the Director of Alumni Engagement, an ally, and a member of the LGBTQIA Task Force, it's my honor to come here today and to officially welcome everyone to being members of the WCC Alumni Association. You know, since joining the college 3 years ago, my focus has really been on building a strong community of alumni who are proud to have attended WCC and appreciate the impact it has had on their lives. And my commitment to you is that the diversity of the students and the campus transcends into the events and the outreach to our alumni. I graduated high school, hard to believe, in 1995, which is the year that Lavender Graduation was established. So you can imagine, I like to think that was only yesterday, which makes it all the more important that we come together to celebrate you and to let you know that the supportive community you found here as students will continue to be extended to you as alumni. 25 years is too short of time for our society to have opened its arms to diversity and individuality. Some initiatives have already been put into place for our alumni, but we can and we will do more. I look forward to working with you and the graduates who have come before to ensure a welcome place for everyone. I look forward to building a stronger relationship to GLOW and extending that supportive family to the alumni. And I look forward to seeing you at future alumni events. Be sure to stay in touch, update us along the way. Let us know where your start at WCC leads you. Congratulations on your graduation from WCC. And while your studies on campus may be complete, never forget that you are and forever will be connected to the college. We hope that while your life and adventures take you elsewhere, you remain Viking strong and come back to us often. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Let's just put our hands together for all of our speakers tonight, for our award recipients, for our graduates. It's really been so lovely. This completes our formal part of the ceremony. Thank you